is there anyone like uh encounter any issue when installing and open the OpenRefine?
Yeah, I have
Please
one
use
installed
your
on my
hand.
laptop.
Oh, okay. There are three, right? Because
I
like,
have a question.
make, yes, please.
Yeah, so the link provided by GBIF is to the I think a very not a very it's older version of OpenRefine. Is it okay to download the latest one?
Yes, of course. So actually, it doesn't matter which version you download, but if you want the latest one, this is the link. Okay. Oh, okay. So, if yeah, to some of you, if you cannot, I still cannot fail to install the OpenRefine, we will have the 5 minutes break between the exercise. Okay. So before the OpenRefine exercise, we will have 5 minutes break and I'll stay here and we can like just solve the problem, try to solve the problem. Okay. But if there's no, still like we cannot make it, we will have another solution for you just for later. Okay. And could I check with like John and Reem, what is the system is that of your laptop? Is like Mac or Windows?
Windows for me.
And
It's Mac
Reem?
for me. It's Mac, and
Okay.
it asks me to contact the developer because there is an issue with the Mac version.
Really? Because I'm
I
also using Mac and I am fine with that. So what you need to do might be to go to the computer setting and to like also how to say that approve the you will need to sorry, I'm not sure what's that in
Yeah,
English.
yeah, Melissa. So I think this is
Yes.
about allowing the security to bypass the check
Yes.
for
Yes.
downloading it not from the App Store. So there will be an option called Open Anyways. So that is only there within the settings.
Thanks, Ram. Because like my setting is in Chinese interface, I'm not quite sure. So
Yeah, in the chat. Yeah,
yeah.
in the chat, this has been given as well. Yeah.
So Reem, if you still cannot like allow anyway to do that, I'll just like share my screen later during the break and to show you where to go that. When if still in like different language, but you know the icon you can you can recognize it. And for John, it's Windows.
Yeah,
Did you
and
like close the wing?
I
Uh,
put it in the chat.
okay. Oh, it's about the Defender. Okay. Let's
So
see
from
if
my
we can like deal with
experience,
that later.
yeah, from my experience when I downloaded using the link uh, of GBIF, it gave me the same error. But when I used the latest version, it didn't do any errors.
Oh,
Can
okay.
you
John,
pass me
could
the
you like
URL of the latest version, please?
yes.
Abdullah?
Sure.
Here, here, yes. Let me paste it. I think you can see the latest one with this link and try again.
Okay, you guys carry on. It looks like it'll be a few minutes to download, so.
Okay, it's fine because it's not the first part, so you still have time to check it. Okay, then I think we can just like start the session today. Let me share my screen. Can you see it? Okay. Okay, so in this presentation, like we are going to explore the key principles and processes important to effective data management. Okay. So let's start with what is data cleaning. Data cleaning is a process that is used to detect inaccurate, incomplete, or unreasonable data and correct those errors to improve overall data quality. For example, like finding duplicates or checking the scientific names or converting coordinates from different systems or converting or con concatenate dates when needed to do it. So like sometimes you will have only like a year, month, and day of fields separately, but you need to like combine it with the event date. Okay. So like reiterate that quality happens at every step in the process. And data cleaning or data maintenance is like required because errors are common and are expected. The data that we collect or compile most of time in the initial stage are messy, which like needs like transformations. So we should like make sure that the cleaning and validation process that we do not cause or the loss or original information. So it is very important that we make a copy of our like original data on workout that. So for example, it's like the verbatim fields we mentioned for the last session. And these are like several recommended principles of data cleaning that will help us like improve our data quality workflow, which are listed here. But I'm sure you have already watched the pre-recorded video, so I will not explain the principles. Like just to like briefly summarize, first, it is always important to plan how you want to clean our data and organize the data before starting the cleaning. It is also important we prevent errors when possible at the first place. Likewise, everyone in the team should like understands their like responsibilities in the data cleaning process. And data cleaning becomes efficient when we prioritize, set some like performance measures and optimize the cleaning process based on the institution's strength and available resources. So it is like equally important to partner or to seek feedback from data users and content experts about the quality of your data. We can like achieve our data cleaning goals sooner if everyone who works with the data is like trained about the process. And lastly, we should like always be transparent about the cleaning strategy or process followed. One of the ways like of obtaining transparency is through clear and accessible documentation. So like please remember to document like all the process when you do like data cleaning. Okay, and there is no doubt that good documentation always helps your like cleaning process now and in the future. Like, although there are many methods that can be applied while cleaning data, we view the process of cleaning in five general steps. Like first, we seek to determine and define the types of error that are most likely present in our data. And the next, we conduct a search to identify the like instances where those error have occurred. Then we will correct those errors whenever possible. When we like decide on the best means to make corrections, we want to document both the types of errors we find as well as the solutions we have applied to them. Finally, we want to modify how data entry is practiced to reduce future errors the same type. Okay. Um, relatively simple, often able to like automated, like checks against the integrity of the data. These like may indicate incorrect exports, data mapping, and feel like slippage. So for example, like moving one column to the right or data missing at the source. So here are some like common ones. The first is completeness, like whether all data and metadata is available. Are all fields like present? Are all fields like filled out? Um, and the second is bounds. Like for example, are days given in the range, the like reasonable range? Okay. And also data type. For example, like does the date field like contain a date or a number? And data format. Like for example, are dates provided first January 2010 or other in other kind of format. So as you can see, like days, event days, especially event days, like may cause a lot of errors in your data set. And okay, and like another is like consistency errors. So the application of like real world rules to the data, this may indicate incorrect data entry for older records, transcription errors, or post processing. So, um, for example, is like taxonomic or like currency or some outliers or some like geographic errors or collecting patterns. And like for accuracy and precision, like for example, are like any like georeference records indicating like very high precision or accuracy from a pre like GPS collecting period. And you also need to check about the collecting methods. Like different server methods have like particular characteristics. So are the records like consistent with the method provided? So, like as we covered in the foundation section, in choosing tools, some things you should consider include price, ease of use, documentation and support, and any technical requirements to run the tool. So no tool is perfect. The importance is to find the right balance and the tool that fits your requirement. Okay. Some of the technical considerations when choosing tools should include the inputs and outputs that the tool uses for files. Does it allow like for importing and exporting standardized delimited files? And can you select encoding like for example UTF-8 when like opening or saving files to avoid encoding issues with special like characters? The main tool that we will be using today are Excel and OpenRefine. So most of you here must like already like be well familiar with Excel tips, right? I assume that. Okay. So may I also ask how many of you have like used OpenRefine before? Could you like please give me thumbs up or raise your hand? Okay. I think no. Okay. So, think like many of you, I'm sure, like you will learn new data cleaning tips in OpenRefine today. So Excel is a spreadsheet like application. It is like useful for documenting data and performing operations. And while like while you can manage your data and have like limited ability to clean and standardize your data, it is like usually restricted to editing cell by cell. And data is not always visible and it lacks powerful visualization tools. But like OpenRefine, in contrast, like offers multi-cell editing, like easy exploration and transformation and interactive visualization. But as I mentioned previously, it is not for storing and managing data. Okay, so here is another tool like you may want to use before you publish your data and after you clean your data. Here is the GBIF data validator. And if you like go through on gbif.org and here there is a tool for that and you need to like log in or register to GBIF before you use it. So once you log in your account on gbif.org and you will see this interface, you can drag your file here or select your data file. Then just click submit. Then it will show you what are the issues in your dataset. And just to remind that you will need to transform all the fields into Darwin core term first. Then you can use the data validator. It will map with the Darwin core terms. Okay. And here we look at some useful tools for checking taxonomy within your data. The GBIF name parser allows you to divide a scientific name into its individual parts. And the global names resolver uses fuzzy matching to show the accepted taxon and or synonym. And the catalog of life checklist bank offers a name matching tool. It indicates matches found within the checklist bank to the provided list of names and returns back the match along with higher taxonomy. In addition to these tools, there are tools that deal with specific taxonomy thematic categories like the iPlan taxonomic name resolution and the World Register of Marine Species. Okay, with okay here. We also call worms, by the way. Okay, often you will find within your data sets, the coordinates have been stored in degrees milliseconds format, or otherwise known as DMS. And okay, and you will need to convert this to decimal degrees to standardize the data for the Darwin core fields of decimal latitude and decimal longitude. Okay, you can do this yourself using this mathematical formula in Excel. Okay, so here I will not explain all. It's the D means the degree, and the minute, M is minute, and the S is second, and the H is hemisphere. Okay, so you can paste this later to in your Excel to try it. And Condenses offers two tools that can help with both coordinate and date conversion, and it is developed by the GBIF Canada node. Am I right? Okay, just it's from Canada. Okay. And another is for the georeferencing. GeoPick is an open source online companion tool to provide georeferencers with a simple, easy to use yet powerful tool that helps them to follow best georeferencing practice and data standards. So you can get coordinates by drawing a shape, importing polygon, or providing decimal longitude and latitude. Okay. Or just like searching a location on the searching bar. And then you will get the detail of the information of this like location in the to like it's already mapped with the Darwin core fields. Okay. So we will have the first like breakout session is the in this like breakout exercise you will need to it's like exercise 2A and B. So you will need to import the data file in Excel and concatenate year, month, and date column to event date. Okay, and use like filter and find errors and correct it. So you will like also you may need to use other data validation tools as appropriate. And like also remember to document the errors, solution, and tools you use in the exercise sheet. Okay. So after the breakout session, I will pick up some like reporters from each group to report like two types of error that you found and the tools you use to correct it. Okay. So in your exercise sheet, there are some hints of the exercise. In 2A, data validation check, data cleaning part, you will see the table of it. So you will need to check the column like list here in Excel and try to find the error and check the data error type and also the subtype of it. And then in like 2B, you need to try to use other data management tool we just like mentioned in previous slides and to check about like scientific name and decimal latitude and longitude and event date. Okay. So you will have about we will have about 45 minutes for this exercise. Is there any questions before we go into the breakout session? Okay, let me check. Okay, the newer, okay. Okay. So, the good link on GBIF is that GBIF data validator you mean, Nick? Is the validator one I mentioned?
I just put a link to the GBIF data validator in
Oh,
the
okay.
chat, so maybe that's
That works. Yep.
Yes. Okay. So then we just like go to the breakout session. Is that okay? Hello, welcome back. All is good.
Hello.
I hope
All
so.
is good, yeah.
Okay, nice to hear. So it's time for reporting. Just like because of the limited time, so I just like pick some groups randomly. Um, okay, maybe group one and sorry, room one. Okay.
Okay, so I should I share my screen or how do you
Yes,
want
please.
me to present this? Okay. Here we go. Okay, all right, so we have been working like everyone else on the data quality and standardization exercise. So in terms of so I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. So what we did is when we looked at the sheets over here, we were looking for blanks and we identified some blanks, which we have now rectified. And there was a blank data point in rows 4, 5, 7, and 10. And that was under the type the technical type with the subtype being completeness. And we completed that one for the country because we figured obviously it's all in Sweden. And then same with the year. We had a year where there was a typo and it said it was 3016, and that was rectified to 2016. And again, it's a technical type under the subtype bonds. With the country code, what we realized is there were two different kinds of errors. There was an error in rows number 3, 8, and 11, whereby we had SWE, which was rectified to SE. I'm sorry, I don't know why this keeps coming up. Where is that? Here. So usually it's like two alphabets or letters. So this has all been standardized to SE. There was a second error in this column which said it were in row number 6, which was S3. There was a number and that was changed to number 3. And it's also under the technical type with the subtype being data formatting and data type. For the month, there was an error initially in row number 11, and we basically spelt it. It was spelt out. It said June, and we changed it to 06. And again, it's a technical error under the subtype of data formatting. We then looked at, there was an additional actually error that we noticed in in the institution name, because the institution name was saying Swedish Butterfly Network. The F was missing, so it's a typo. So we rectified it, and credit goes to Bilal for spotting that. It was a good spot. So the name has been rectified to correct the name. Then we also basically had issues, obviously, with the decimal or the longitude and the latitude. So we used the Canadensis. Sorry, I can't pronounce this very well. And basically, we used this tool to convert our coordinates from DMS to the decimals. We also used the species link or info XY to be able to see whether they are in Sweden or not. We gave all of the numbers or the GPS coordinates IDs and then basically ensured they were in the right position. And we noticed that there were two particular errors because there was a minus and it showed us it was out at sea, and that was rectified. So that was the main issues, and it was missing an event date. And what we did was we added an event date to this and ensured that the formatting follows the standard that we're following. Following that, we looked at the butterfly occurrence sheet. And in general, what we did was we filtered data to be able to go through things. What we identified is that in the scientific names, there were a couple of blanks, as you can see highlighted here. Similarly, there were a couple of blanks when it comes to the taxon rank. And with the phylum, we realized that there was a typo or a misspelling in the word arthropoda. There was an A in some of them, and we rectified that. We didn't have the chance to do the last sheet, but I think it was a very good exercise. If I missed anything, anyone from my group, please do jump in.
No, like Rim is like, that's perfect. Perfect for the exercise of the answers. Okay, thank you so much. And that was the yeah, great, great one. Okay. How about that? I'll just like pick up like one more because I think Rim like already say most of the answers. So it would be like maybe group 5. And just like please like to you can just share what else data manage tool you use for dealing with the data issues.
You mean group 4, Melissa?
Sorry, group 4. Yeah, the last today we only have like 4 groups. Okay. So group 4. Nick,
That's Andrew. Andrew, your group
Well,
four.
yes, Nick. I think it
Oh,
was Ahmed
sorry.
that was
Oh,
reporting that,
so
but we
yeah.
didn't make it that far through. We got filled in the table, and then we didn't get through to the data management tools or anything
oh,
like
okay.
that. So
Uh, is that Ahmed? Are you going to share something?
Yes, I'm gonna share, but as Andrew says that we don't have time to complete the exercise, but I
Mm-hmm.
might share what I did before, so the exercise and check with others
Great.
also to see what we are doing. So I will try to share now some things. Okay, we'll share this one. Is this show? Can you
Yes.
s- can you see it? Okay.
Yes.
So we did the same in the exercise. So mostly the same error we spot, so I'm not going to repeat the same error. But yes, there is blanks and there is type of incompletency of the data. And also there is for the years that we seem is like they're, surveying in the future. So we spotted we when we do such revise of the data, we go to the sorting of the data, so that
Mm-hmm.
will be easy for us, to spot on the error, and then we check against what kind of error and what type and what subtype of the error. So that we did it like the group they previously presented. So I'm not going to repeat the same things. For the event, for other exercise, so I try to check, for example, for the scientific name,
Mm-hmm.
and we use a GBIF species matching tool so that
Mm-hmm.
we try to match and spot where is the, maybe spelling mistake, or maybe it's doubtful names that the data is showing. So this is good tools that we can use, to check on the scientific name. For the longitude and latitude, also we can say candidacy coordinate converter. Actually, I try it, to present the data, but most of the data tell me that it's going to in the sea. So I try to use also AI, to convert the decimals, and also for the latitude and longitude, but it give me correct. So I did something mistake. I cannot use and present data in the correct format that can present it in info XY. So I need also, if somebody is doing it, tell me the correct way how to do it. For the existing columns, that's yes, we have to create event data, and we just at the end of our discussion, we are about to write the formula on how to write event date that collect all three columns in one column. So this is my exercise. I do it in a group. I'm sorry that we don't have time to discuss all that exercise together, but this is a good exercise for us at least to see where we can, share information, and where is the difficulty that we can face when we use external also sources that help us to check on the data. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ahmed. That's also the great one to share. Okay. Um, yes, that's just like I almost forgot like actually there are many like data management tool for use, but also there is also one I think would be the most popular nowadays. So it's like AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini. They can also like help you to deal with some like data issues with that. So let me like also advertise one. It's like developed by TypeIF, the GBIF node Taiwan. So it's like called digital typeifer and provide you like 24/7 online help with the Darwin code mapping, and it can also suggest you because like we train the developer like from TypeIF that train a lot lots of the resources from GBIF, also the Darwin core. So you can also try that to help you. Yeah. Okay. And okay. So thanks for like all for sharing. Now is like we will have the 5 minutes break. But if you have any issues to like install for installing OpenRefine, because like later the exercise we will like use OpenRefine, then please like stay in the main room and I'll just like help you to deal with the problem. Okay. Welcome back. If you are here now, just like please give me thumbs up or turn on your camera. Let me know.
Hello, we are here.
That's great. And I just realized if you like turn your camera on and put the thumbs up, and then it will automatically detect it, I think. Yeah. Yes, it will automatically detect it and it will like okay. And like this, you can also automatically raise your hand, I think. Yeah. It's quite interesting. Okay. So welcome back. And then the last part would be Open Refine one, and I'll share my screen again. Okay, so in the last session, like we are going to introduce Open Refine as a tool for data cleaning. And like previous Open Refine is like previously known as Google Refine. It is now like open access and open source. So OpenRefine can be used for data cleaning and standardization. You can find it at openrefine.org. I think all of you already know that. Okay, just quick introduce that. Um, OpenRefine is a like powerful tool for working with messy data, and it supports like faceted browsing as a mechanism for seeing a big picture of your data and filtering down to just the subset of rows that you want to change in bulk. Like the clustering feature works like by trying to group the choices in the text faucet. So that choices that look similar get grouped together. And reconciliation is a semi-automated process of matching text names into database IDs or keys. You can use like OpenRefine to perform like reconciliation of names in your data against any database that exposes a web service. And okay, and but like OpenRefine, however, is not like other tools you have like used. Like it cannot be used for storing or managing data. So it is like strictly a cleaning or a standardizing tool. As like OpenRefine is a different kind of tool, like you should consider when it is appropriate to use it versus other tools. A database provides an infrastructure for storage and indexing of data. Generally, it requires programming skills to edit and is absent of easy visualization. Okay. And Excel is a spreadsheet application. It is like used for documenting data and performing operations. And while like you can manage your data and have like limited ability to clean and standardize your data, it is usually restricted to editing cell by cell. So data is not like always like visible and it lacks like powerful visualization tools. But like OpenRefine, like in contrast, offer multi-cell editing, easy exploration, and transforming an interactive visualization, just like what I mentioned before. But like as mentioned previously, it is not for, again, storing and managing data. So the ideal like data cleaning workflow should be like you can generate your data in Excel and or like using other like georeferencing tool for the to georeference the location like latitude and longitude. And then you can like use GBIF data validator to validate your data before you clean your data, actually. And then you will know what kind of issues that you should go for cleaning. And then you can like clean the data in OpenRefine. And then actually, can you see the arrow? Like, is that like double direct? It's like after you clean your data on OpenRefine, you should like go back to the data validator again and check if all the data issues are cleaned. Then it is like okay, it is the dataset will be fine for publishing to GBIF. So with like this like short introduction about OpenRefine, now let's like look at what we will be doing in the OpenRefine exercise. Before like starting the exercise, we need to create a project with our data set to work on. And this is the window you will see after like opening the OpenRefine. Like when we like where we can like upload files from our computer, you can even like drag the file to that. Okay. And the next window we will see is the preview of our dataset. The tips at this stage is like to check the character encoding here to make sure if it is like UTF-8. Okay. And and uncheck the trim leading thing and create the project name here. You can like still like change another name of your own and click create project. Okay. So once the project is created, that you will have your data displayed, which is like when we move on to the next steps of the exercise starting from fauceting. Okay, with fauceting, as like I mentioned before, we can see a bigger picture of our data. Like go to the subset and make bulk changes. Okay. And first, like fauceting can be used to make mass edits. And in this example, after like performing text faucet of kingdom column, we can see that the spelling, okay, of the kingdom plante is wrong. So in like 26 cells. Oh no, it's like, yeah, 26 cells. And we can like edit to correct spelling and make changes at once to those cells here. Just like click it and then you can have the bulk change. Okay. And second fauceting can also be used for removing white spaces. So in this example, although the spelling of country Guatemala is same, the data is like recognized as different as that is because of the white spaces before and after or after the word Guatemala. So again, we can make the change in bulk. Okay. And likewise, we can also remove consecutive white spaces as in the example here. So the first and the fourth species, like all those same, is recognized as different. So the first and the fourth, okay, so that we can resolve that. Okay, and lastly, with the faucetting, we can also find and resolve duplicate values, as in the example here of like duplicate catalog number, which like should basically be unique. Or you can also check like the if in your data set you can check the ID things like occurrence ID, event ID. That should also be unique in your data set. Okay, and next feature we will like look at is the filtering with which we can filter the data with errors we are looking for. And with the basic filter, for an example, we can like find a scientific names having values as like SP1 or S or SPP. For the species name, then we know Darwin Core Standard allow the values there. Okay, with the advanced filter, we can like find genus starting with the lowercase letter here to species name and starting with like uppercase letter. So which we know is incorrect when writing a scientific name. So we can like filter to such issues and make the changes at once. And next is clustering, uh, with like which OpenRefine groups the values that look similar in a column we are applying the feature for. We can then apply correct cell value and merge it. Okay, and this is the one that I find like very useful when we have to like extract higher taxonomy for a list of species we have within our data set, which might otherwise like take a lot of time to write manually. So with this like exercise on API use, we can get the higher taxonomic using GBIF API. So please do like take some time to practice this in breakout rooms by following the guide that is provided. And another one is like if you like do the something you think is wrong, you want to go back, you can always go back to the previous step by clicking the undo redo button. Okay. And then like it will like list all the steps you go through and just like click the one you want to like step back. Okay, and then in exercise 2C, you will need to do it by viewing the OpenRefine guide. So there is the basic rule for to refer. It's like if the text is in blue color. Okay, example to you is it means it's expression. So just like paste it, copy and paste all the blue text. Okay, on OpenRefine. And then if the text is in red color, just like follow the route to text faucet. Okay. And if the text is in green color, just like go to column. Okay, this is the column name. Okay. Okay, and in the last exercise, we will have like 15 minutes for that. And there are two parts of this exercise. So the first one is basic use that, as I mentioned before, you need to create the project and do the faucetting and also like bulk changes and do the filter and clustering. And for the second part is API use. So it's like get higher taxonomic from GBIF backbone, and like you will need to split into like one column into several columns. And then like you'll need again to rename all the columns as necessary. Okay. Is there any questions before we go to breakout room? Okay. And I hope you already like open the OpenRefine guide. Okay, and have the cleaning file also is the file is different from the previous one. Okay. So please like remember to download it. Okay. And let's go to the breakout session for 15 minutes.
If you can find some template for scripts where you can, let's say, script all what you need and it done in a bulk.
Yes, it's like let me I think there is a user manual. So maybe you can find that more like if especially the regular expression here. Okay. You can try with you can take a look at the user manual. Yeah, thanks, VJ. And also there is one from uh Spanish one that there are some like helpful tips. I'm not sure if anyone already pasted the link here, but you can use the Google Translate to check. Here is like I think it's developed by I'm not quite sure which node, but at least one of the GBIF node. I developed like this one in Spanish, and like they share some like helpful useful tips for OpenRefine. Also the expression thing. Okay, and you can take a look for more details. And Abdullah,
Yes, like does it have a maximum size for the data set for to be available to work on it in the OpenRefine? Like h- how what did the biggest like you can work on it? Because we saw like the maximum number of rows is 1,000. Are you
hmm,
available to work bigger than that on
yes,
OpenRefine?
yes, I try like I'm not sure. I need to check the answer from the on the OpenRefine manual, but
Okay.
like I try like 50 and even more before, and it's still working. VJ, you know the answer?
Yeah, no. So I read the documentation. I have not tried more than 50 to 60,000 records. I was tried up to that. It works. And the documentation says after a while, the limitation is your system resources, like how much RAM you have and how much free hard disk and how efficiently it is able to swap.
So
So
basically, it's no limitation on that OpenRefine. It's only
from
limitation on
OpenRefine side.
your yeah your device.
Thank you.
Sushin?
Yeah, it depends on your computer, but in my experience, after your data over 200,000, it will become slow, become laggy. But I don't know, it's just if you have a supercomputer, maybe you can do with more data.
Then I don't think if that kind of amount, big amount, I think you will not need you will not use that in OpenRefine. You will just like try doing with programming. Okay. And Zach?
Sorry, is it me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sorry if
Yeah.
I
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
pronounce it
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
incorrectly.
Yeah. I
Shake,
was just
shake, maybe.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I was just wondering, like, if we can run it from .bat file, so we can have all our expression, let's say, the clustering or clustering, and all these facets, we can do set, let's say, 10 expression or five that we need, and then we run it directly from bat, and then it can give us log file with the changes. Is it that possible this way?
Yes, you can also like trace back with the let me think. It's there is one you can like go I think they're already like shared in the Spanish one. And you can trade like when you do some steps and you can like export the expression itself and then you can paste the expression and like maybe do some like minor edit and then you can redo it at once. So it's like really quite convenient for that. You don't need to repeat the same steps again and again.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Okay, if no, we can you can still ask question in the last session. Okay, so if no, like thanks for like attending today, and we will have the last one on this Thursday. So it will be data publishing, and we will like send you by email to give like some instruction to make sure you have the login access to the IP training IPT. Okay, BJ will set up your account on the training IPT. So just see you on Thursday. Thank you.